feel free to go on angry tangents. As long as it doesn't start getting like racist or sexist or anything like that, yeah, feel free. I try and keep things civil by not devolving into really, really taboo topics, but being able to complain about your own country or system or bullshit, yeah, feel free. I do it all the time. So, but yeah, it's and actually complaining is to an extent healthy. If you just sit there and bottle it up, that's not good. But there's also spewing it out on anybody you ever meet. That's not a bad thing. Getting off your chest, that's good. That's healthy. You need to vent at times. That's the reason I have that freak out free for all thing on my Discord channel. There are times when you need to just scream something, say something, just say this is bullshit. This should not have happened. This blah blah blah, and just or I do both. Yeah, I do too. So tangents are pretty cool. Yeah. But one thing I have found in life is sitting in that in-between spot is actually one of the worst spots to be in. Indecisiveness is what kills you, because there's a lot of situations where it's like, well, I could have done this, I might do this, I'll hold back till I figure out what to do. Well, I could do it, and it's actually not quite easier, but it kind of is, to just say, I'm gonna do it. There are no other options. I have decided to put this guy in my pocket. And it's like, well, what if I maybe put a different jacket on? What if I put him in a different pocket? What if I just hold him? Trying to sit there and optimize and worry about everything actually takes a hell of a lot longer than if you just did the action in the first place. Just stop yourself and say, I'm gonna do it, and then try and do it and work your way through the fear. I'm still working at it, but every so often I'll be able to say, yep, I'm gonna do this. I do it. Take me like 5 minutes, as opposed to me sitting there for an hour debating it and procrastinating it. I'm working at it. The biggest mischance is the ones you don't take. But the thing is, it's a lot of it is mental peace of mind. If you're always sitting there worried and trying to optimize your options at all times, it wears on you. I speak from experience, because I spent a hell of a lot of time worrying about things. There was at one point where I just realized I'm spending more time worrying about the thing, trying to make it work right, than if I just fucking did it. Or made a decision and stuck with it. It sucked. It was, my brain was telling me, don't do it, no, you can do it better. But getting through it and getting something done was a hell of a lot better than trying to make it perfect. This guy is a perfect example. I screwed him up in a couple of big ways, but if I didn't just take the effort to do them, it wouldn't have gotten done. I also have to keep reminding myself of this every so often, because I learn lessons I forget, or I know the lesson, but then choose to ignore it, and then hate myself for it. No. So this is that one that we're on. Yes, imperfectly. My perfectionism is really crippling me. And it's something I'm trying to overcome myself. It's also one of the reasons I do these streams. Earlier on, when I was starting these streams, I had missed days. I slept in, the alarm didn't go off. It's like things were going right, and I'll choose not to. And I decided I'm gonna stick with it to the best of my abilities. I'm gonna stick with it, and keep going with it. It's not perfect. I may be like missing a shirt because I forgot to do the laundry or something bullshit like that, but I want to try and at least keep it going, because I know if I let myself slip up, I will continue to slip. So I'm trying to keep myself honest by a lot of this stuff. Yeah. And there was a while I heard something on the TV or the news or the radio or some whatever thing, And for a while, I heard that if you like eat and then immediately brush your teeth, it could wear down the enamel a bit more than normal because your teeth are still processing it or something. I can't remember exactly what. This was a while ago. And I got it stuck in my head. Well, I gotta wait a while until after I eat to properly brush my teeth, which led into me not actually brushing my teeth because I waited too long and then fell asleep or something like that. It took me a while to get that thought process out of my head, and it's just, man, just get up and do it. Just do it once. It doesn't matter if you wear them down. The fact that you haven't been doing it for so long is worse than anything that they could have been talking about. Yeah, just do it a bit, and something is better than nothing. Wait. Hey, man. But yeah, it's do something. And honestly, one of the best things that helped me get through my perfectionism is what made me realize it was I think it was a shoelace thing. Set yourself a goal of doing something wrong. Your goal is to do it wrong. Okay? That is it. Like, pour yourself a cup of tea, but do it wrong. Spill somewhere. Fill it up only a quarter of the way. Do something physically wrong with whatever the task you're doing. And see how reluctant you are to do the thing you're trying to do. Because you might be, no, I gotta do it right. I gotta do it correctly. Well, the correct way is to do it wrong. That's the whole goal. But you find yourself fighting yourself to do it right. And it's an interesting. Horrendous, by the way. Wait, salt and tea? That is odd taste. Well, I bet you probably could find a type of tea that might work better with that. It would have to be a specific flavor, but I bet there's something out there that might taste good. I am not a tea aficionado, so I wouldn't know. But anyway, I'm trying to get back on track here for a bit. Feel free to go on tangent and chat about anything. I still have a job as a streamer to keep you guys informed of whatever the hell it is I happen to be doing. And this one was Danganronpa. We ran around investigating the whole water tank and all that stuff. So now we're here right at the beginning of the trial. Hey. Yeah. Well, maybe he wasn't using salt, he's using Himalayan salt, which has some sort of flavor. I guess. I don't actually know. I've never noticed. But yeah. Then there's always like people in stories who have like, oh yeah, I put cheese on everything. It tastes better that way. And you try it out and no. Not with that thing. Ew. But yeah, there's a lot of times where it's like, I wonder what that would be like. Like salt in the tea there. I've seen a couple of those. Peace, man. Yeah, I've got hippie neighbors. I know a lot about hippies, more so than I thought I would. But yeah, I've got a neighbor hippie. His name is Roy. He is like one of the most impressive people I've ever met. He broke his hip twice and got better by eating healthy foods. And yeah, that guy, he broke his hip and he was stuck in a wheelchair or a little motor scooter, and he was determined to get better, and so he got himself better. He would work himself and work his hip and his muscles to get himself back into shape, and he would have a cane and walk just a little bit, and just that little bit and little bit and little bit, and he eventually got to walking again, where he could do things. But then he broke his hip again a second time, but then he got better. Not back exactly to where he was, but he was able to walk again. And he also didn't mind that he looked silly, because he would sit on the ground and scoot backwards down the stairs in order to get down there. And then he'd get down there and stand back up, because he couldn't make the step down, but he could slide down on his butt. So he made the choice and decision to get better, and so he did. It's amazing. Ketchup into your tea. Now that's an interesting one. Milk and black tea, nice. Milk and herbal tea, gross. Yeah, cool. It's I think one of the things was he was a vegan or vegetarian. Can't remember exactly what. And so he had lower bone strength because of the lack of dairy or something like that. The doctor advised him to eat some meat, fish. When he eventually said, "Yeah, I'll do it," but like once every other week or so, he would eat a fish. He didn't like hurting the animals, but he did realize he needed more strength, so he went that route. And enough to get himself better. It's interesting being able to adapt, and I respect that guy so much. He's also deaf, never learned to read, and still does things. This is gonna be a very productive episode, I can tell. Yeah, I don't think he was taking supplements or as many as he could have. He's an old hippie. He's like currently 70, 80 years old, something like that. Um, uh, he's not a modern hippie who knows about all that stuff. He doesn't use the internet. Yeah, he still has a landline phone that he uses. If he needs people to look things up, he goes and asks them to find it for him. I don't think he uses supplements and whatnot. But yeah. He's an old generation hippie. And doesn't use any modern amenities like the internet or things like that. So, and he can't read, so there's also that aspect. But he does try and stay as healthy as he can, given what he's got. But yeah, he did have weak bones. That's why his hip was broken twice from just, I think it was slipping on ice. But yeah, it's it's pretty cool just what people are able to do. I personally am not a vegan or vegetarian, but I do respect people who do it. As long as the ones who do it right, and not just, I don't eat meat and then eat a chicken salad. Or, don't kill animals, I eat nothing but salad. But you need more than just a salad, you need other supplements and materials. The people who do it right, cool. The people who just do it to be cool, not so much. But yeah. Yeah, that would be. Alright. You know. Yeah, no, it's yeah. I don't judge them based off the food they eat. I judge them based off the decisions and rationale they have behind things. That's where I start judging people. I would have said a while ago that I'm not all that judgmental, but after actually doing the stream and some of the topics we talk about, I am a bit more judgmental than I originally thought. I don't quite want to be, but that is where I stand, so. Alright. Anyway, we do gotta get going on here. Yeah. Yeah, again, something is better than nothing. And on the art of like judging people or things like that, it's at least the most important thing is to be self-aware. It's like if you judge them, oh yeah, I'm judgmental, but that doesn't matter, or I'm judgmental, but that's okay. You got to be self-aware. It's like, yes, I do that. Yes, it's bad. And be aware of where you actually are. I'm trying on that part. I always try and reflect on a lot of the things I do and see. I'm always questioning my own self, not in a bad way, but trying to understand what I'm doing, how I'm doing, if it's better or worse than what could be done. Yeah, and not just with food, but everything. It's a hard line to walk. There's one aspect of, yeah, this is me, I accept this is who I am, and I'm going this way regardless of anything else. There's a certain bit of strength in doing that, but that's also problematic. Then there's also the total other end of being kind of a doormat for everybody, changing yourself for everything. Life is finding a balance between this is what I am, this is what I want to be, this is what society wants me to be. I'll be here somewhere in the middle where I want to end up. Balance is hard. Balance is absolutely hard. It's really easy just lean onto one side and then just stay there because you don't have to work at it. But balance, you have to be in the middle. You have to judge everything you get. Not really judge, but gauge everything you do. Balance is hard. I talk about it, and it's the ultimate goal for me. But it's hard. And I'm trying to keep myself honest and doing a lot of that stuff. Anyway, enough talk about balance. Let's go accuse people of murder. At least for now. A few sentences, anyway. Welcome. You've hopelessly arrived once again. Did you want to come here again because of how wonderful it is? Isn't it wonderful? I put so much effort into building this place. It should be a monument. Actually, we're the ones who used the exosouls to build this courtroom, but Father just took all the credit.
Wonderful.
But I am happy to be used as a slave by Father.
What are you saying?
You idiots are really committing to this henchman bit.
They're so
You guys are just so cute that I can't help working you to the bone. 21 to plants. Yeah, plants are very hard to take care of. They need just enough sunlight, just enough water, just enough dirt, just enough whatever. It's hard to keep track of. I don't have a garden or anything like that. My family does, but not me personally. But yeah. You put a lot of elaborate detail in this courtroom, almost like it's for show.
Oh?
For show, huh? That's an interesting way to put it. Is this just for show? Or are you showing this to the people outside and... Those people aren't with us, so you don't need to worry about them. Well, one of the other things is try again. Or learn that you actually aren't able to do a thing, accept that, and move on to another task. Now, that's one of the things I've done. There's no sense pushing yourself in an endeavor that you know isn't going to work. And admitting defeat actually does help you in finding what will work for you, as opposed to forcing yourself to do something you're not suited for. Not saying to give up, but again, that balance, finding out if it's more effort than it's worth, or something else will work better with you. Who is the killer? What do you think? I am almost certain it is not Himiko. I'm thinking it might be Maki as the killer. But there is one other person that I think it might be, but I'll save that one for later. 4 weeks in, all are still alive. Oh, cool. Good on you. Alright. Shifting gears. You get it? They're not with us. As in, they're no longer with us. You know what I mean?
Hey,
In other words, you 13 are the only ones left in the world. Hi. Welcome. Galaxy Hyperplace. Welcome. Talking about gardens while listening to Monokuma. Now, show me just how you intend to bargain for your lives. Oof. Then the class trial began. Ryoma Hoshi is the ultimate tennis pro. After falling from his former glory, he told us he had no reason to live. But even so, he said he wanted to fight beside us, to get out here with us. For that, he was trying to find a reason to live. He might have been a little stern, but he wasn't a cold man at all. And the person who killed him is here right now. I want to believe that's a lie. I don't want to believe it at all. But if this is where I find the truth, I won't avert my eyes anymore. This is the wish she entrusted to me. I will find the truth, to get out of here with everyone alive. I'm going to survive. I can't die here. In order to keep my promises to her, I will fight. I will fight for my life in this trial of truth and lies. Yeah, maybe. This would have been a better save spot, but something is better than nothing. But yes, welcome, welcome. This is a blind play on at least my end, so no spoilers. You might hear blatant crackpot theories, but that's something. Alright. Alright. Stuff. Anything high tension. Touch gauge will increase at a faster rate, effective during argument arrangement. Safety first, moves a time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece, effective during imagination excavation. Makes it easier to push the opponent back during blade lock. Increase the amount of letter cubes that can be acquired at once, effective during psychic taxi. Maybe. Just a peek, the entire screen will light up more frequently, effective during Hangman's Gambit version 3.0. Maybe. For strike, keyword in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start, effective during debate scrums. Maybe. Instantly silence loud voices, effective during mass panic debates. Silences all conversation except those the reticle is on, effective during mass panic debates. Reveals V-points, effective during non-stop and mass... Only selectively useful. Alright, 16, no, 8, no, 2, downshift. So the speed of the reticle. Extraordinary focus, increase the macro focus a little. Effective during whatever. Attentive influence. I do screw up a lot, so I'm going to go with that one actually. Obtained skill. Now we have 2 points left. I think, yeah. Is there any other 2-point skill we got? Shift, increase the speed of the vector, during increase the speed, goes a bit slower. Alright, change tab. I can remove things. Alright, view handbook. Can't do it here. Choose bullets. I should be. Oh no, I gotta actually put the skill when I have it. Okay. There we are. Post. Okay, I think that's that. That's all I got. Yep. Okay. Well, let's begin the class trial. Evo. Words you missed so much?
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial.
Basic explanation?
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person...
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's just inventory, setting up skills and abilities. Don't worry too much about it. That's why I was glossing over it a lot.
And that person will graduate from this academy.
Are you familiar with Danganronpa? I'm not sure if we've talked about it with you around.
Also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone.
Alright.
Now, let's get this crazy, awesome,
this is a game about murder. Okay. Somebody alive has killed somebody, the Ryoma, the little short guy. Alright, so yeah, it's an action-oriented trial game. It's weird. So people will be talking in debates, and we have to load our gun with truth bullets to shoot the lies they're saying or the contradicted things. And then there are other mini games they play. You'll pick it up, but basically,
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone!
The person who's most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit.
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Hee-yah! I'm in top form today.
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you.
I hate that face. Just, I can't even
Whatever
tell
you
what
have to
that's
say
supposed
is
mean.
probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S-E.
Himiko seems suspicious.
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend?
I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me. He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive. You should thank him, lest he pour
yeah.
his holy wrath upon you all.
Yeah, that dude with a checkered necktie, he is a known and habitual and compulsive liar. Like 90% of the shit he says is a lie, and 100% of what he says is to stir shit up too. So most people have learned to ignore him.
Screw Atua! That guy's got nothing on me.
Oh, and each of these characters has an ultimate ability. This person is an ultimate Aikido fighter. That person is the ultimate robot. That guy has said he's the self-proclaimed ultimate supreme leader. Or something.
I'll protect Himiko!
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Ultimate maid, ultimate astronaut, ultimate detective. Who knows?
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show.
His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick.
Little trick. Yes.
It was magic.
It was magic.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Yeah, it's
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession.
That's actually already happened. We're on like chapter 2. Yeah, chapter 2. We were originally a penis lady,
There's no way
but then
any
she
of
was
that is
actually the
true.
killer, and the Shuichi was the our sidekick guy helping us around, but didn't notice it, and so we accused the killer, killed her from the trial thing, and now we're playing as the detective dude. So we actually had a protagonist shift. It's not unheard of. It could happen, but yeah, it's my other option was the astronaut guy, because him and Maki were the only ones without the alibi at that time. Even so, it's when the class trial started, I realized there was potentially a third option.
Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
There's no trick. That really was
And
magic.
she's the ultimate mage, not magician, mage. It's
You
not a
know,
trick.
maybe it really was magic.
Oh, stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone.
I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
As I expected, the others suspect Himiko. But I have my doubts. Honestly, it wasn't her. I can't let this case get derailed by misunderstandings. I'm the ultimate detective, so it's up to me. Alright, here we go. What do we got? Here's the game page. To a file scratch, hang to school, flame fire, pink water, pink.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany.
To a file 2, victim ultimate tennis pro, we're in the Hoshi, the victim's body was discovered in the gym, the cause of death was drowning. Afterwards, the victim's body was consumed by piranhas until only its bones remained. Straps behind us, I don't think those are them. Might be this one or the water tank, I think. square glass plane that was at the bottom of the piranha tank where Ryoma's body had appeared. The other bits of glass were shattered, but this pane remained perfectly square. It was different, and it was... what was it? Water tank trick. Hatching the top that opens the water tank. Alright.
The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
So good.
And he was eaten alive.
Oh, nope.
Eaten to bone by piranhas.
That's what the problem is.
Savage way to go.
Savage way to go.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
We heard you the first time, Titless. No one cares.
She's very crass, by the way. Ryoma's body was eaten by the piranhas that fell into the tank. That is a fact, but that doesn't mean it was the cause of death.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany.
Epiphany.
The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was...
It's not equal.
That's wrong!
We had the proper evidence and fired it to the proper statement to create a contradiction.
No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas. The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
Drowning. So he was dead before
So
that.
it wasn't the piranhas then. He was drowned.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
In case you didn't notice, she doesn't like males.
So
Take
what?
offense to that.
Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously before the show started.
That's it! Ryoma was already drowned before the show started.
Agreed. Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. By that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead.
He was already dead before this whole endeavor. This was all
Could
set
that
up.
mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank and then show it during the act.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body? Oh wait, Himiko should know since she performed the
Yeah.
underwater escape trick.
This is a big trick. It's
Himiko, why won't you just explain it to us?
'Cause it's magic.
magic.
No, maybe it really was magic.
He's
Shut up.
gullible, by the way.
Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
Man, we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
Then let's work together to reveal the secrets behind Himiko's trick!
So, not real magic?
No, not really.
No, it was real magic. Magic.
Oh no! It's Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
She's also a bit loopy in some
Aren't
things.
incantations usually more, complicated than that?
Anyway, we first need to determine how Himiko performed the trick. I like her accent, it's fun to voice her. But she gives off this odd feeling of something is definitely wrong. If we can't figure that out, this case is going nowhere. Alright, so what do we got? Non-stop debate. Start. Handcuffs, square left playing, crank piranhas, go to his account.
How
water tank
did
trip.
Himiko escape the water tank?
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
It must be real magic!
That one's how to
Yeah! Real escape magic!
Bullshit.
Maybe there were two Himikos,
Bullshit.
and one of them was Sumugi in disguise.
No, she was in
Hey,
the...
my costumes aren't disguises.
Oh yeah, no, she was in the crowd. That's right, there was a similar water tank in Himiko's lab. If I remember my investigation, there was some trick to the tank.
How did Himiko
But,
escape?
it was hurricane blast. Water tank trick, hatching the top that opens the escape tank. I think she just crawled out that way. Handcuffs were from Ryoma, not
The water
Himiko.
tank.
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
It has to be blue to agree. The mechanism had to have used, otherwise her escape act would have been impossible.
Damn it!
Let's think it over again. Oh. Yeah, blue words we can
did
agree
Himiko
with,
escape the
yellow
water
words we
tank?
contradict. We hold the
Maybe
button
she just
down,
climbed
we can
out and
shoot
no
it
one
and
noticed.
puzzle. Well,
Nah, she
make a
definitely
line,
would have been
it
caught.
gets complicated.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
There we are.
I agree.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. She had a
Maki
trick
was
with the tank,
correct.
crawled
There
out.
was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did have one.
So it's not a perfect closed room.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength! No! Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
What do
What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male. Ah! I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
She's really just a lot of threat and no action. This is another one of the things we do. Okay. Last thing, front tank, staircase, water tank.
The side of the tank being open doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape. She didn't use an escape hatch. I know she didn't do that. And now, I'm gonna punch you!
Wait a second. Before you punch me, what makes you so sure she didn't?
Because if she escaped from a hatch, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
I'll cut through your words.
That girl is very
There was
loud.
a reason
yes.
the room wasn't flooded with water. The staircase that was attached to the water tank. Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned
Climbed out into the
perfectly with
staircase
tank's
and hit
escape hatch,
flop out there. Yeah,
meaning the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
there's a lot of logic in this game, and a lot of bullshit
Inside
crackpot
staircase.
theories.
His body was in stairs?
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater. There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
It has hinges on it.
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
In
This
which
is the
case,
part I
a
picked up
person
from
can
YouTube
exit and
as soon as I
leave
saw the
water
puddle.
inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left.
That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over.
That is- I understand going through all the logical
Bitch.
process of this.
Caught you soaking wet and red-handed.
Judging
This
from
is-
Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
Behold, the magnificent underwater escape.
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
They're set.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
I hate kind of crushing the "it's magic" bit, but we're on. Yeah, the also a plot thing on here. If we don't accuse the actual dude, everybody dies, except for the guy who made the murder. So we have to fine-tune everything to make sure that yes, this actually is the person who did it. No, magic had nothing to do with why her clothes weren't wet. No magic. She changed her uniform. It's quite a simple
That's
thing.
it! It's because she changed her uniform.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Yeah.
Ah! Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair. But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
Huh? Like a duck?
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
It's
Fine. You win. It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them. I didn't need them, because I used my magic.
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Now that we understand how the trick was performed, let us move on.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? From our discussion
this one
earlier,
is
his body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
That seems unlikely.
My
There isn't
theories
enough
sort of
space
fall
for
apart,
two people to fit in there.
partly.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in
Wait a minute.
together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank. At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs. That way, she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
Logic without these mechanisms. That's what it is.
I think that explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
This one does work.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees. Are you okay with that, Tenko?
I'm totally fine with that.
What?
I don't care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything. got to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die. So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko.
Alright. Now, this whole theory could have been worked out. I think there's actually a different way, but there's an
The
inconsistency.
only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs
Oh, probably a lie here.
and simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
That was it.
That's
Gonta
wrong.
was up on the tank. He didn't see anything in there at the time. That's what it is. Okay, yeah. Gonta hopped up on the tank.
Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta. Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above.
Right, that's
Isn't that
crucial.
right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
No one was in there?
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
That clue is actually really good.
No, that's actually a great clue. Because if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull him out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means, if the tank was empty when Gonta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
Yeah, so this is a good theory for how
What
it
if
would
they
work, but
squeezed
Gonta
into that
disproves
space
it.
with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point, for the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
Yeah, she wouldn't have had
Then
to
the
think
culprit
about that.
never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Then Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
I'm pretty sure it was
Someone
hidden
better
in the
say where
front
the fucking
tank.
body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
This Ryoma's body hidden. You need to pin that down. It's clear that it was not inside the staircase, but where? I'm pretty sure it was the front tank because it was all crammed. They made comments that it was all packed, so it was dumped in with them. But why they didn't eat that?
Where were you
Eat him
hiding
at the same
Ryoma's
time.
body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from...
When we were investigating, we found no hidden doors or the like, did we not?
I was wrong!
Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well,
Maybe
how
there.
about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
That was when she was talking about the staircase.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along. But we just couldn't see it.
No, Gonta denied that.
Impossible. You need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
Yes.
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas...
Come on.
Oh no!
Shit.
Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
Scratch hand first. Give me a sec. I can fast forward. Just somewhere. Top one visual effect. We don't have that.
Way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have
Where's
eaten
last
it way
pane?
before
That's
we
what it
saw
is.
it.
But if the body and piranhas... What? Then it wouldn't have been devoured,
Missed.
correct?
Shit. This is one of the, yeah, it was the pain. So Ryoma's body. Oh, front and back.
But if the body and piranha...
There we go.
I agree.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking they just had his body in there, which you dump it, they all get in there, and then it happens. If they were separated, that would make sense.
Were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
Just as I thought. Using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank. It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
You might have actually seen that if it dropped, though.
And that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
That would make sense for where tank
So
came from.
Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
What is it, Gonta?
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
Right when the timer hit 0, the buzzer went off. And then... he's got like 20.0625 vision. He's got some crazy, stupid vision. The bottom of the suspended tank swung open, and the murky water and shadowy shapes inside fell straight into the water tank Himiko was swimming in. Huh? Huh?
No. Now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well. The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
The piranhas themselves.
Certain something?
We all agree that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Huh? How could you hide a body like that?
Quite simple. Shit.
This is it!
There it is.
It was the piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Because I do remember when we were looking at stuff, they seemed a hell of a lot of them in the small tank.
That's right. Remember what Angie said during the investigation?
I noticed it right as the show started. I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased.
It's just more of them in a
Glass
smaller
pane
space.
divided the tank nearly in half, right? The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
That glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank. It was really easy to detach that lid. No wonder they used it as a divider.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
What the heck are you saying?
Wait.
That detail was super useful. Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome!
Sure.
This
But
much evidence?
easy
It
to open
seems
from
like
the
the
top, but
body
actually
was
is important.
definitely in the piranha tank.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Pretty sure she is.
Okay, but still,
true.
that's way better.
There we are, yeah.
That's wonderful news, Himiko. Atua is happy for you.
Apologize, Angie. You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now.
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
What a petty-ass god.
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie. We should be mad at this class trial, at this killing game.
Oh, Himiko!
'Cause-
Bless your sweet, kind heart.
That's what Atua said anyway.
Alright,
What?
what Atua was saying.
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
Alright, that whole
Himiko's
deal.
still brainwashed. But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of tard school or something?
Wouldn't that be a good thing?
Nuh-uh. Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
Eh? What alibi?
I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you wouldn't understand. So let me explain.
Let me explain.
Who you calling a dumb pig?
If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake the body was hidden in the piranha tank. But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
Kokichi brings up a valid point. There's only one time the culprit could have set up the scene. Yesterday, before, during... Was it done yesterday during nighttime? Wrong answer. If you can't remember something as basic as school regulations, you're useless.
Damn it!
Hey, that's a bad one. Yesterday, before nighttime.
That's it! It
Before
was done
and
yesterday,
during.
before nighttime.
Ding, ding, ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
First time, totally.
How do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
Always
Stop
the meet
asking
and
me
greet, wasn't
dumbass
it?
questions. It could
No.
have been solved with the process of elimination. Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Shit.
Bitchlet!
Not in this case. If you break the rules here, you die. They just straight up kill you if you break the rules.
First, the gym was closed during nighttime, so no one could have entered.
Because if you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
They even have a thing for him. I never noticed that.
You talking about my butthole?
No, she means the alarm!
After nighttime passed, morning came.
What can I
But
do when I
hiding the
started?
body before the show was...
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
I'm sure we can narrow it down more if we consider the source of the information. The drowning afterwards, the body was consumed by prawns. Shit. Instant. The night before Shuichi and some of the others were forced to stay at the ultimate knowledge lab by Gonta, who was Kokichi. Himiko and Anji were brought in 5 minutes by 9 p.m. Kokichi left the lab at 9 p.m. Shuichi and the others were forced to participate in an insect meet and greet until after 11. Was Ryoma present at the insect meet and greet? No, Ryoma was not present. I don't believe anyone that Gonta captured had seen Ryoma.
Damn it!
So we're looking at what the last time we saw Ryoma, huh? Witnessing Ryoma. There we are. The last person saw Ryoma was Gonta around 8 last night, and he left 30 minutes before that.
This is it!
Glad I got the extra
If
help.
we can
buff.
find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Hirumi, You were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Alright, see ya. Thanks for hanging around. I'll be closing up in about half an
Gonta
hour.
was
I'll
the
continue
last
this when
person who
people-
saw Ryoma.
Yeah, Gonta was the last one who saw Ryoma. It's
What?
looking
Really?
more and more like a specific person is the killer.
And when was the
I
last
can't
time Gonta saw
guarantee it.
Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so... Gonta think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began,
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes?
I think
Simple
there's only
enough.
2.
After all, most of us were
Unless you count
detained
Kiji's
by
word.
Gonta then.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma.
That would be the 4 of us. Myself, Kaito, you, and also Maki.
Now, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
Oh, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time. But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
Wait.
It's too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Fuck that noise.
but Miu, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
You think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
Doesn't
Yes,
telling
you do.
such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
What?
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
Anyway, among those 4, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
Why don't we have Kokichi as a suspect?
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
Oh, wait. I remember now. I do have an alibi.
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
I'm
No
not
way
the
I'm the
culprit.
culprit!
Alright. Time. Oh no, the mass panic debate is gonna start. That's what you're thinking, right? Well, you're exactly correct, buddy. But let me give you another tutorial first. The mass panic debate this time around will have loud voice dialogue. When it's when one of your opponents shouts their opinion in a loud voice. That blocks out everyone's arguments. Even if you see a weak spot, you can't refute it. Oh no, what do I do then? That's what you're thinking, right? Luckily, it's just like white noise. Shut 'em up with the A button silencer. After that, all the arguments will be audible again. Then you just shoot the truth bullet at the weak spot. You know the drill. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you, system. Alright. Mass panic debate. What the hell do I got? Don't does account cool rules, Maki alone, releasing real money.
I'm running away from Gonta!
What is your alibi?
Hiding in the classroom.
Oh shit, this is
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Things got a little heated if you catch my drift. Nothing felt perfect.
What's Maki's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was
Are
in my
you
research
sure
lab
you
and
did
I
not
was-
stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
Stop the shade. I didn't see anything that... I need to sort out everyone's statements just like Katie did. calm down. Focus on one at a time.
I was running away from Gonta!
Kokichi's account, that's what I mean.
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the
5
classroom.
minutes.
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
things got a little heated if you catch
Until
my
they
drift.
left with
Okay,
them.
now, perfect. What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was
Are
in my
you
research
sure
lab
you
the
did
whole
not
time.
stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
There we go. Got it.
I heard it.
Yeah, Kokichi did say he saw them. That's one of the more confusing ones to keep track of.
No, I think Hirumi is telling the
Minigame.
truth. Kokichi's story proves it.
Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kurumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was right around 9 p.m. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. She just kept talking and finally let me go at 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around. A whole hour? Well, only the first half hour was a lecture. Then we played tag for the other half.
Kokichi met Hirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Of course not, of course not.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes, transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly unlikely.
If you
Yeah,
called
it's-
Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Valid argument.
Maybe
yeah.
someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah, you're including me too?
For sure
But
it
there's
wasn't her
actually
too.
one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
Here it is. One person can be eliminated as the suspect according to Kokichi. Must be talking about the figure he saw. They certainly would have an alibi. We need to pin down who that was. The key to that fact lies in Kokichi, Gonta, and Miyu's statements. According to what we know, that figure Kokichi saw must be Miyu.
That's it!
Yep, he saw Miyu in her underwear in the
Kokichi,
courtyard.
you're talking about Mew, right?
What? You?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Yeah! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kurumi was lecturing me. Something odd? I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit.
A girl walking around half naked.
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Miyu?
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right? That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear. Even me.
Not
That'd
quite.
be a whole different issue.
That'd be a whole different issue, yes.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
And that's the other part. No, Gonta see Miyu, but Gonta's face get red hot, so Gonta no could bring her. Your face got hot? You mean you were hot on her trail, right? No, she used her, what she call it, secret woman weapon, and then yeah. Bit of story. Going to the big guy went on kind of a rampage is a bit too strong a word, but he went around and gathered everybody. He's the ultimate entomologist, bug guy, and he wanted everybody to like bugs. So he grabbed them and forcibly tried to get them to have a bug meet and greet where he just unleashed all the bugs so that people could see how great they were. He's not the brightest, but he is very honest and gullible. So he was running like mad, trying to catch people. Come, you must meet bugs. You must meet bugs. Must meet bugs. And kind of kidnapped everybody. And so kind of freaking everybody out. And so she used her secret woman weapon, and he didn't bring her along. Well, I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
Oh, well, 'cause, I'm pretty stacked, so I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches. Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Mew was in her underwear, and Gonta got a weird feeling. So Gonta ran away.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it. I show my panties to the boys all the time. And I mean all the time.
Good for you. Poor
So
Gonta.
you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Yep, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
Truth bullet added. Yeah. Alibi's freest day has been recorded in the monopad.
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no
I figured this out
alibis.
yesterday.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder?
Who died? Ryoma.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by its...
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's the best way to choose the culprit. Ever. Two prime suspects, Kaito and Maki. But something inside me doesn't want to accuse Kaito. I want to believe Kaito. Until he's proven guilty, I will trust him.
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
Oh no. What?
We narrowed it down to 2 people, and one of those 2 is the culprit, right? Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah? Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is. To that someone who
backwards
knows,
logic.
do your best to convince us. Work harder.
Work harder?
Have the 2 argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Alrighty.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame
Yeah,
back and
that's
forth?
what it would eventually end up being.
And...
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
Yeah, that is true.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit! If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the 2 suspects argue against each other. No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives. So let's host an argument that's totally not boring but super fun!
Not boring, but super
We'll catch
fun.
the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction. will scare the culprit until they screw up! That's how a true class trial works. Right, Monokuma?
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Yep, I
think
totes
more
agree.
lively, but
You're
I'd
agreeing
more
with
along the,
Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die
I'm
either, you
I'm
know.
more of oh, Densler, welcome. I'm
That's
more on the
why we
side
need
of
to
like
take this
interrogation type
seriously.
stuff and going
Hot
through
debate
and
to smoke out the
logically
lie.
doing it as opposed to just having them argue. But
And
yeah.
how do you expect us to start this?
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic. Our first topic is this! Ta-da!
The Cubs pad.
Yeah,
Not
that's the thing.
just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma. When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow.
So it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video.
Dun,
Dun
dun,
dun
dun.
dun.
One of these two had it?
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to. Take a guess, everyone. Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
The motive videos that Ryoma had, was it Kaito or Maki's? I should know the answer.
That's it.
They're using this logic. It had to have been Maki's, but it could have been
Maki's
either.
motive video, right?
Oh, how did you ever guess? Ooh, I know! It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito. Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, we do have
And what
his
about
motive.
that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't
And
make
that
me
is
the
true
culprit.
as well.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be.
Maki is very odd. She's
I only
just
brought up the motive video
non-existent
to make
in
you talk.
everything.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue.
Why are we doing this?
Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying
Quit
to...
screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit! I'm not the culprit! That's for sure.
Which means
Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
But Maki isn't the culprit either!
What?
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit? Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit. It's just a hunch I've got.
A hunch.
Hunch? Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
You don't get it. This isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, luminary of the
This
stars.
is my hunch. One that is always correct.
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
But yeah.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
No, he might actually be that stupid. Damn idiot!
a two-a-duns idiot.
Hey, don't call me an idiot. Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
What?
You believe in her? But based on what?
A hunch. You just said so.
I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right? Whether I believe or not. Whether I want to believe or not. That's the only thing that matters.
So, you do not have any evidence.
Only baseless conjecture.
But I totally get where he's coming from, because I want to believe in Himiko too.
Want to believe, huh? Yeah, I think I understand that.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes.
Yes.
However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class
True.
trial.
He's an idiot
Small
after
place,
all.
anyway.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. Really hurts my feelings.
It's true. That's not what a class trial is about. You're supposed to think logically. You can't let your feelings into it. It's absurdity. Total absurdity. But then again, that absurdity saved me before, right? Why? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance that I'm the cult. I believe in you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that? What? Isn't that why you believed in Katie? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed in the end, but if I worry about that, I won't be able to believe in the people I want to believe in. If I can trust my logic, maybe I should trust Kaito's feelings too. Yeah, it'll work out in the end, so...
I'll believe in Maki as well.
What?
That's our Kaido, right? Making us think with our hearts.
You too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaito to this crime either.
Yeah, it's so...
I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them? Unless you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspects.
So I just have to turn it around, right?
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me.
Really?
But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Seriously, enough's enough! Stop calling me an idiot!
What are you trying to say, Maki?
I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever. So I'll tell you.
Oh? Tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
Hi there. Welcome, welcome. Juicy U... UG 127. Welcome, welcome. What?
Ryoma? At nighttime?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
But that's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they know have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
No, you're still
Quit
suspect.
fucking around! You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yes, this seems too convenient.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie.
Was that lie? Did Maki lie to us? It's true, we don't have all the facts, but why would Maki say that now, of all the times? If I trust her innocence, I should believe her statement. But should I? Intermission. That's actually perfect timing. Alright. Well, thank you. I made it myself. It needs a bit of updating and touching up, but yeah, this is my current layout. My layout, all these characters are ones I know of personally. Read the stories. There's one in there that I bet you money you haven't seen. Can you guess which one it is? But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. Alright.
Now then!
I just love that they just like have him missing and all this shit. But yeah, it's that'll be it for today. 6 o'clock. Time to take off, as well as the intermission. We'll continue with Danganronpa again on Tuesday. Tomorrow is going to be Umineko. We'll pick off from there with episode 7. And we'll talk more with Leon and I think Rosa at the moment. Well, that's what I do on the stream. I started this because I had satellite internet and I just could not do any real-time gameplay and streaming, or streaming in any length of quality. That recently changed, but visual novels are pretty cool. I like the stories. I like the experience. Mystery, twists and turns, and all that shit. They're pretty cool. I like them. So, figured, why not keep going? It's also interesting just reading a story along with people. So yeah, I do like visual novels. Yeah, we've had Valhalla, like on stream, let's see. We've done Steins Gate, Valhalla, Princess Guard, Phoenix Wright, going through Umineko, and this is Danganronpa. So that's 5 on stream, I think he's going through. Anyway, thank you for the follow. I still need to get the words up to... Yeah, I'm working at updating some of this stuff, but anyway. Yeah, I've done those, and I only recently started doing the YouTube stuff on midway through at the beginning of episode 4 of Umineko. So, 3 episodes ago, that's, I don't know. Want to check it out, I've got a YouTube channel, you can check out my previous streams if you would like to, and whatnot. Yeah, I did the layout myself. It's stock art from the respective games, but yeah, I just rearranged them in that fashion. Yeah. Anyway, I do gotta get going. And whatnot. Again, thank you for the view, the follow, all that stuff. Hope you guys have fun, and I'll see you next time. Cool. Come back again. I can show you do it to you tomorrow. Anyway, take care, everybody.